A werewolf leaped onto the freezer, baring its massive fangs and tearing into the slabs of meat like a maniac. Four terrified customers hid behind the shelves, too scared to even breathe. Suddenly, one of them instinctively twisted open a soda bottle, and that sound instantly caught the werewolf's attention. It let out a furious roar and lunged straight at them. Luckily, the four had already switched hiding spots, barely escaping disaster. The hungry werewolf then jumped onto the fruit stand, searching for food. The citrusy smell of oranges made its stomach growl even louder. Its thick drool dripped through the cracks of the shelf and landed right on Stan's forehead. Stan almost gagged out loud in disgust. At that crucial moment, Jack threw a rubber chicken leg toy and successfully distracted the werewolf. Stan let out a sigh of relief and quickly tried to blow the drool off his face, but that breath ended up attracting the werewolf again. The four of them bolted in panic, but how could two legs ever outrun four? The werewolf jumped off the shelves and pounced straight at them. Luckily, Jack yanked a shelf down just in time, blocking the werewolf's path. Stan was still smirking smugly, but the next second, he accidentally fell into a shopping cart. Jack quickly started pushing him to escape, but a sharp turn sent both of them crashing to the ground. They didn't even care about the pain and scrambled to their feet, running for their lives. They barely made it out the back door before the werewolf caught up. Stan quickly slammed the door shut, thinking they were finally safe. But the very next second, the werewolf burst straight through the door. The four of them ran for the warehouse, only to find the door locked tight. When they turned back to run, the werewolf was already right behind them. It slashed its claws across a truck, sending sparks flying. Just as it was about to enjoy its meal, a skilled driver came speeding in and slammed the werewolf straight into a dumpster, finally saving the group. But where did this werewolf even come from? Turns out Stan was a world-famous horror novelist. To fight off loneliness, he created all sorts of terrifying monsters. But one day, those creatures crawled right out of his books into the real world. To protect the town, Stan sealed them back inside his stories and locked himself in his house to guard the books that held the seals. Jack, who had just moved to town, noticed this strange neighbor, and driven by curiosity, he dragged his buddy Mitch out one night and snuck into Stan's basement. He couldn't figure out why Stan had so many bear traps on the floor. Then he heard some weird animal noises. Following the sounds, the two of them crept upstairs to the study. Jack realized the noise was coming from the bookshelf. Curious, he picked up one of the books and unlatched the lock on its cover, wanting to see what was inside. Right then, Stan's daughter heard the commotion and rushed to the study. Jack panicked and threw the book to the floor. It hit the ground hard, bursting into a cloud of smoke and blinding white light. The words on the pages melted into black ink, which began to form a massive hand that reached out of the book. It was the abominable snow monster from Stan's stories. And just like that, Jack had accidentally broken the seal, releasing the monsters from the books back into the real world.